Hi everyone, welcome to the Loadtraxs training video. So first we'll start off by going into Loadtraxs. Here on the initial page you'll see that there are a bunch of different options for functions we have within the company: fuel logs, timesheets, checklists. In this video we're just going to be dealing with receiving a load, reading the instructions, filling out your times, including the important documents, and then submitting a completed ticket. So we'll go into My Loads. Under this, you'll see an option between current and previous loads. Previous loads, you can scroll through every single one you've done before. Current loads are the ones that you have now in queue. So you can see that there's a status that says assigned, has the BTI number, test Ryan B3. It has your loading point and your destination. Make sure you read these. It's very important that you get the right information, you know where you're going. So in this instance, we're picking up molten sulfur at Syncrude Mildred Lake on behalf of Suncor, and we're delivering to Heartland Sulfur Terminal. So by accepting the ticket, we enter our unit number and say accept. And then you'll see that the status of the ticket is changed to accepted. I'll press the ticket again. And you have three different options up top. There's a summary that gives you the information for the load. So the product's molten sulfur we see at the top. It's accepted. The BTI number's there. And you have information that's pertinent to the load. Again, your loading terminal and directions, and your destination terminal and directions. In this as well, you'll have a notes section where you'll have the ability to add different notes. In this, I've already done some previous notes, but I can just say, hello sailor, here I am. Okay, I update that note, and if you go back to the summary, you'll see that it keeps a log of our current notes down there. And if I go back into that specific ticket, and then there's our note, hello sailor. You also have the ability to go into a map. Currently it does not track, it's one thing that we're working on, but you will see that you're present on a map there. So let's go back to the summary, and in order to continue forward with that load, we'll go back into that specific load, and then we'll start our ride. So as we start, same information, we put in our truck number, our trailer number. So a sulfur trailer is an SU. In this instance, we'll say we have 910. And the product is obviously molten sulfur. Okay. Our destination is Heartland, as our BTI had specified. And in this, you can just put Heartland. And we also have the ability to put in our load amount. Here, this is typically a finish ticket task, but in this instance, we'll be doing it at the start. So if you load 40,230 kgs, we want that in metric tons. So you'd be putting 40.23 metric tons. You'll see your start time here and date when you accepted the ticket. And your truck odometer, coincidentally, is the same as our unit number and trailer number. And here you're going to be putting your BTI number in here. So here it was Ryan B3. And then we'll start. The app will tell you that things are okay, and you're ready to start adding subtasks. In the subtask, the way we want this done is always start your ticket from the origin, so your loading point. Sometimes that can be a wait status, but whatever it is, you are either traveling to your pickup point, you're waiting at your pickup points, whatever the case may be. And then you're always ending when you come back to that pickup point. So you pick up, you travel, you wait, you offload, you travel back, you end your ticket, you start your next one, most oftentimes. So here we'll put a travel time in. Our start date will be today, and we always want to round to the top of the hour, 15 after, 30 after, 45 after, top of hour, just to round out our tickets and make sure everything's clean. So in this instance, we'll say 9:45 p.m. on December 28th, we started traveling. Okay, I'll press done. It keeps it there. And let's just say we're traveling from, I'm going to say we're leaving from, Heartland again. So it takes about 5.5 hours to get back up to Syncrude Mildred Lake. So we're going to be going into the next day. One thing I'll show you is that if you try to pick a time that goes beyond the current day, it's already 9:45. I can't go to 1:45 a.m. on the same day. It'll kick me back. It's a very nice feature. It kind of protects you against making negative errors. So we'll then switch the date because it'll be Tuesday by the time we're back at Mildred Lake. And if we're saying it's 5.5 hours, okay, we'll be there at about 3:15 a.m. 2:15 a.m. 3:15. Okay. One thing you have to be conscious of is that we pick the right AM PM. Okay. Oftentimes you'll scroll this side here and then you'll accidentally flip this over and it can really kind of mess with your ticket. So we'll press done. Okay. And then the description will say traveled from Heartland, not Harryland, Heartland, to Syncrude, and we save it. Once we do that, we press OK, and then we'll notice that the task comes in your list of subtasks. You keep building by pressing the plus sign. Okay. Now we have the ability to say load. So what you'll find is your start time will stamp your previous end time. So here we have 3:15 in the morning on the 29th. Let's say it takes us an hour to load. We press done. You see the time has changed. Loading at North Rack Syncrude. Okay, we want to be a little bit more descriptive than what our subtask header says. So it says load. Of course, we're loading, but you can add a little bit more details, like one truck ahead of me waiting to load, or had to load under air, that sort of thing. So we'll save that there. And as I said, we would work through a bunch of different subtasks. So here it's travel, it's a load. You're going to travel to your destination, you're going to unload, and you're going to travel back to your reload point. All of those should lay out in the ticket. So a complete ticket will show all of those statuses, and you just kind of work through it in the exact same way. Video here. We'll go back and we'll finish the ticket off, assuming that we've entered all of our statuses. Our sand ticket number will be the bill of lading or the shipping document number. For Syncrude, it's a 6-digit number. I'll write in the one that we're going to take a picture of, and I'll show you exactly why I chose 150733. Our load location was Syncrude, Mildred Lake. Okay. Our load amount, again, remember, was 40,230. So we're going to enter it in metric tons, 40.23. And PO should be hard entered. That will be working by the time you use this. So for this case, I'll just put test in. And comments are molten sulfur, but we can add other comments like, roads icy, delayed travel, that sort of thing. We don't need to see, I stopped at Grassland and a driver said, there's free burgers at A&W today. Go get your fill. We just want things that are pertinent to the ticket that the customer would find relevant in our invoicing, because this is a finished copy that we send for invoicing to the customer. So we want to keep it as professional and clean as possible. So here we put next, and then we have the option to start uploading our bill of ladings or our paper copies. So we go to the plus sign. Okay, file name will be the bill of lading number. So in this instance, it's 150733. And then I choose file, and I can go to camera. And what we want to do is try to eliminate as much shadowing as we can, get a nice clean picture. Here I can't because the light's behind me. And then you'll see the number that's circled up in the upper right-hand corner. That's at 150733. For Syncrude, that's the document number. So try to tap the middle of your screen for documents. That'll put the words and numbers into focus. Take your picture. Okay, you'll see it highlighted. Use photo. And then we're going to edit it. In the edit, you have the ability, if you take a sideways picture or it's upside down, you have the ability to rotate the image. You also have the ability to crop the image. So if there's extra stuff on the sides or on the bottom, okay, we have the ability to do that. You still have the opportunity to rotate if you haven't done it yet as well. So here we'll press done. We see the ticket there. I press done again. I see the image, I'm good. I press upload. It's loading. And then once you see an image here with the file name, it's verified that you have that ticket on board. You can do multiple tickets which you will do because you'll have a TDG document, a bill of lading, a scale ticket. But you hit the plus sign again. Okay, and same thing, file name. We're going to say it's 4567 for our busy TDG document. I go to camera. Here's my TDG document. Tap that again. Take my image, use photo. I can crop it again, do anything like that. In this instance, I'm just going to upload it. And here you'll see both files included. When I press the preview button, I then have the ability to see my whole ticket, how it's laid out. Here you see our 2 entries. You can also zoom. You'll see that our load ticket number's there, the PO number test, which I put in, truck number, trailer, who we're loading for, how much we loaded, and our BTI number are all included here. You can see the BTI number in the upper right-hand corner as well. So test Ryan B3. And here's the entries we put in. Of course, your ticket would have travel, load, travel, wait, unload, travel, and then back to the transload again to reload, and then that ticket would end. So in this instance, you'd probably see, 12 and a half hours for Syncrude Mildred Lake to Heartland load. And here you'll see your documents as well. So you have the ability to look through each and every one and make sure your ticket's good. Before you validate it, say done. And it says message your task has been completed now. You press OK. And here you have a finished ticket. And that's it. It shows you the ticket's been done. Here I press done again. And you'll notice if I go into my loads, I don't have a load in my current loads because I've completed that. But if I go into previous and I scroll down to the bottom, here's the last one I just did in a preview. You also have the ability to press PDF here and preview your task. And here you can scroll through and have a look at tickets you've done.